morning. This is Anthony, and thank you for watching 39 Below TV. Sun is right in my face. Love it. Congratulations to Hunky Tonk Sue for winning the 3,000 subscriber contest, and so happy for you and everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the local sports talk, and they're talking about the NFL draft, and you know, they're analyzing the teams, the local teams around here. You know, it's the Dolphins, Buccaneers, and of course we have Jacksonville Jaguars a little bit north of us here. But you know, it's kind of funny that they're, you know, going over the players and they're analyzing the NFL draft, which is coming up shortly here. And there's a player by the last name of Clowney. I'm sure all you sports nuts out there know exactly what I'm talking about. And you know, they're just saying, if the Bucs had the #1 pick, would they pick Clowney? And they're analyzing, going over, you know, the quarterback choices. What's the actual need of the Buccaneers? What's the actual need of the Jaguars and Dolphins and other teams? And who has the first pick? And who's going to trade and who's going to do what? And you know, every time that I hear these shows, as good as they are, I love them to death, and I listen to them pretty much more than I hear songs. I always bring it to the business side of things. I start thinking about, you know, business and what are they talking about in the business sense to these teams and how they're running them, and it goes back to what I do, and you know, it just brings my thought process back towards. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to commute here and get the sun out of my face, and yeah, it just brings me back to like that business sense and that conversation in my own head of, you know, analysis by paralysis, or paralysis by analysis. Yeah, I just got tongue twisted there. But what that means is you can basically you're paralyzed if you analyze things way too much. I know there's a lot of you that ask me questions. I get them every day, okay? I get questions, I get emails every single day about, you know, what should I pick? What should be my niche? How do I do this? What items do I look for? There's videos out there. There's people who are, you know, who have subscriber base of 5,000 plus, who are just pumping out the same things about, look for this brand, look for this brand, look for this brand, look for this brand, do this, do. And it's becoming, I mean, we're becoming just frozen. I mean, it's just amazing that we just don't know what to do. We get so scared. I even pump out those about, you know, sell things that are real. Go out there and trend spot. Look for things, you know, that are selling at you know, at this time. And again, you know, the Bucs are doing that. These sportscasters are doing that. They're just paralyzing themselves by analyzing things to absolute depth. Now, with that being said, you know, is you have to trend spot. You have to have your data. You have to know what is selling. But at the same time, if you're going to get to end this conversation, you know, if you're going to get obsessed over exactly what brand or exactly what type of item or exactly what you're looking for, right down to the exact detail of things, you are just going to be in a state where you're just going to freeze up. You're just not going to know what to go ahead and do. You're not going to be able to progress on. You're not going to move on. You have to try out things. Flexibility is key. I'm not saying make a decision not based on any kind of data. I'm saying don't put too much emotion in and paralyze yourself completely to like the data that you are absorbing, the data that you're getting. Because sometimes I just had a conversation. Let me keep on progressing here, I guess. I just had a conversation with someone. He's a reseller. He's in Canada, and we were talking, and we Google out each other there. And we're chatting and going over some stuff, and he's telling me about, you know, the trends in his city and Toronto and what's going on, and the season starting. He's buying, you know, the Toronto gear, and I asked him, I said, do you don't think you only sell in Toronto? And he's like, well, yeah, I'm really focusing on, you know, my Blue Jays jerseys and the new players that they signed and the T-shirts which they have. And he says, yeah, they're everywhere around here. I said, you're on eBay. And, you know, there was a silence. I said, it's a global platform. I mean, he knows that, but what happened was he froze himself. He basically was so focused on one item, one topic. He didn't even buy any of that inventory yet, but he paralyzed himself. He was so focused on that, and he thought that was the trend because that was all he saw within his local town. In Toronto, yes, it's, you know, it's hot. Down here, spring training's over, bud. As I told him, I said, there is nothing Toronto at all in Florida. Our snowbirds left. Are you a snowbird? Is any of you? But our snowbirds are gone. They're all up north. It's back to its locals down here, and you know, it's again, back to what I was trying to tell him was, he paralyzed himself and he just stayed frozen in that time, thinking that that's what he had to do, and he was analyzing data. That's what they're doing here with the NFL draft, and I'm listening to it. And it's like, if you're fixated on one player, say you don't get that player, say you don't find that one shirt, say you don't find that one brand, say you don't find those items which you sell, if you sell particular watches, say you don't, what happens? What happens to that? So diversify your niche, stay focused on what's selling, what's real. Don't get too in-depth with data. Try out things. Be flexible. And lastly, how I want to end this is I want to start doing challenges with people. I have a lot of people who send me email, hey, Anthony, hey, I'm from New York. Hey, hey, are you from New York? No, I live in Florida. Yo, hey, you're full of shit. I'll sell better than you. Oh, yeah. If you're tough, I want to put challenges out there. I want to have Google Live, one-on-one, spar it out, business talk. Healthy. I don't need to be insulted. I'm not going to insult you, even though I will outwit you any day. No, I'm kidding. But I don't want to get to that, but I want to have these challenges. I want to start sparring with you, because from that, it's just like debating. From that, you just learn so much more, and there's so much that I can learn. And I want to have challenges. I want to do some Google Live challenges, even if it just starts out with me and someone else. And then if someone else wants to watch, and if we just start to develop, a good content platform through the debates, that would be wonderful. But whoever wants to be my first person, I want to put it out there. I want to have a challenge. I'm going to do a separate video on it. I know I won't get a lot because, me just writing, I want to challenge you. In a header isn't going to get a lot of hits from random people, but people who are watching it and the subscribers, you will get this. But I want to put a challenge out there. I want to have a one-on-one debate live and record it, and just come up with some topics, or better yet, you can come up with topics and challenge me. Throw them at me. Ask me questions, challenge me, ask me things about my past, who I am. I'll be as transparent as I can and let you know exactly. Luke, we just did an interview with him. I'm waiting for him to drop that. He asked me a lot of really good questions. It was like an hour and a half long, and he really dug into me and my past and everything, which is going to be released. So I want to start getting that out there as my subscriber base is getting larger. People are getting to know me in a different way. I want to open up a little more and be a little more transparent, and show you that I am a real person, and I do know somewhat about this business, but there's a lot that I don't know that I can learn from you. So challenge it on. If you want to challenge me, just put a comment below. Don't be a dick about it. Send me a comment, put it in my inbox. Better yet, just send it directly, because I'd rather not let people know who it is and spin it that way, because it'd be more fun. Or we could do some kind of little ads for it and build it up like a boxing match. I think that'll be fun too. So anyway, that's my content for today, and the context of my life. I gotta go to work. I gotta go get a shower, and gotta get over and check out some things. So pick, because that's what I'm doing today. All right, thank you again so much for watching. See you on the flip side.